Music Radio, totally 70s, gets on a better variety of your favorite songs, all in a row, non-stop and commercial-free. DJ Retro's got the night off. It's 10:45, 15 away from 11 o'clock, and oh my God, what have we here? Sounds like the Steve Miller Band and Wild Mountain Honey on the Totally 70s Radio Network.
Mama, well, look what's been done.
Music Radio, totally 70s, America's #1 choice. Well, back in the day when I did Super 70s Saturday night at Danbury's 98Q, we called that an album extra right there. It's 10 away from 11 o'clock, and well, Music Man, lo and behold, you know, it never fails. Every time we stick a magic tape in that cart machine, it brings this radio station to life. So thanks for dropping by and saying hi, and hey, stick around. More of your favorite songs and more great songs in a row are coming up here on 70s, and right now it's back to the year 1982 with music from Sneaker.
There are times when all your love is meant for me.
Music Radio, totally 70s, America's #1 choice. Not a huge hit, but definitely a recognizable one for the group known as Sneaker here on Totally 70s. Weatherman says cloudy for the overnight. Lows around 65. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy. Highs around 76. Tomorrow night, cloudy, a low near 62. And the outlook for Thursday, the sun comes back. Going to be warm on Thursday with a high near 80. Right now, cloudy skies and 71 at Totally 70s.
For better music on the World Wide Web. The Totally 70s Radio Network.
This is David Bowie.
This is Steven Tyler from Aerosmith.
This is Lionel Richie.
Flashback.
Totally 70s.
Mr. 70s on the Totally 70s Radio Network. Paul Dimarco.
Lido missed the boat that day. He left the shack.
Music Radio, totally 70s, getting on a bigger and better variety of your favorite songs. Craig Tube, welcome aboard, and the rest of you, thanks for stopping by and saying hi. Lots of great music on the way, so stick around. Here's Janet Jackson.
There's something I want to tell you. Let's wait a while.
Music Radio, totally 70s. Well, howdy do to you too, D. Scott. Thanks for dropping by tonight. And I see Alex, a.k.a. Riverman, is in here too. And hello to you. And Craig Tube and JP Rosa, Mark, Nightlife, and Patrick Tooth. Patrick, thank you so much for the kind contribution. This guy just dropped off another great big batch of Casey Kasem's American Top 40 Classics. We will definitely be airing them here on Totally 70s. Carter Fan just came aboard. Hello to you. And Cincinnati Frankie. He's in, he's out, but he's all about Marauder and drinking from a can. Great to have you all along here tonight on Totally 70s. And hey, don't forget tomorrow night, Jim Long and Wednesday Night Rocks. Right now, a slice of Canada. Here's Burton Cummins.
Never been this blue.
Oh, yes, love it, I do. Burton Cummings, formerly of the Guess Who, and Stand Tall right here on Music Radio, totally 70s. It's 11 minutes after 11 o'clock, and thanks for joining us on this impromptu Tuesday. I know I just made the announcement on Facebook that I'd be on for a while, so as you guys and gals are getting in the door and saying to yourself, I want to hear a song, but I don't know what to do, just post it in the chat room. We'll even open up those studio lines in just a little while. If you want to call in for your favorite song, we'll let you know when to call in. But right now, step aside. Let's go back to the year 1981 and music from Steve Winwood on the Totally 70s Radio Network. Music Radio, totally 70s, America's #1 choice. Well, he took the chance and he made it. That's Steve Winwood on Music Radio. Yep.
Radio.
It's 16 minutes after 11 o'clock. Looks like DJ Retro's taking the night off. So here I is, you, me, and the music on a Tuesday night here at Totally 70s. Thanks for joining us. And Frankie, Cincinnati Frankie, it's been a long time since you've been here in the chat room. And my deepest apologies to you and the family. I had no idea. I really didn't. But, hey, we'll talk about that off camera and off the air some night, a little bit about that. I'll let you know what's going on in our immediate life here, and you can let me know exactly what went on. But the one thing that I do have for you in memory of moms is I do have some Patsy Cline music here on Totally 70s. As we always say, your wish is my command. So in memory of Mrs. Cincinnati Frankie, right now we got music from Patsy Cline as we continue with a long set of your favorite songs back to back right here on Totally 70s.
Crazy, I'm crazy for feeling.
Oh, just the sound of her voice brings a tear to my eye right there. Patsy Cline right here on Music Radio. It's Totally 70s, America's #1 for fun. It's 19 minutes after 11 o'clock. Mr. 70s here, just getting on one great song after another. And right now, we've got a song from the summertime of 1981. I believe the LP was entitled Face Value. Here's Phil Collins on 70s.
So you finally came right out and said it, girl.
Music Radio, Totally 70s gets on a better variety of your favorite songs all in a row.
Music Radio.
Certainly does. It's 23 minutes after 11 o'clock. Tuesday night, Mr. 70s on the air everywhere. The UK, the USA, Canada too, on finer computers. Thanks for joining us. And I say finer computers because some of the slower computers are really having a tough time keeping up. Matter of fact, some of the faster computers are having a tough time keeping up too. Want to just touch down a little bit on what's going on here on Vaughn Live Television. Apparently, Mark Vaughn has been doing this transition from Flash to HTML2, as far as my knowledge goes, and it really hasn't been for the benefit of what's going on here at Totally 70s, because my listeners, a lot of them, are having problems getting into the chat room. I'm receiving a lot of feedback on Facebook saying, hey, I tried to get on your site for the last half hour. All I get is the spinning wheel. I gave up. I see JP Rosa. He's in, he's out, he's about. Nightlife in and out and about. And that's kind of what's been going on here on Vaughn Live Television for about the past maybe 4 to 6 weeks, maybe a little bit longer, Craig. And I know your listeners are having some problems over on your channel as well. Yeah, stupid Vaughn is a nice way of putting it. You know, when we joined this radio station many moons ago, we had no problems at all getting on. And I think what has happened is the popularity of Vaughn Live Television has just grown so deeply, and the ads just keep piling in and piling in. It becomes very overwhelming for a site like Vaughn to be able to handle the load. You know, and I think that's really what it is. We're at maximum capacity. And, you know, we've actually thought from time to time, maybe we'll move to another server somewhere and do Totally 70s there. Unfortunately, where we're at right now is really the best place to be because we do have a lot more foot traffic here on Vaughn Live Television. So for the time being, I'm just kind of rolling with the punches and hopefully it'll get better because, well, let's face it, gang, if it doesn't get any better, it's going to end up just like Stickum, and we don't want that, right? We got music from Journey, and stick around. Got your Lionel Richie coming up in moments, Craig, right now on Totally 70s.
Open my eyes to a new kind of way.
Music Radio, Totally 70s. You know, it's songs like that put Steve Perry and Journey on the map all the way back in the tail end of the 70s right there. Feeling that way at any time. It's 11:31. Craig Tube out there in Canada. I think I got your song. Music from Lionel Richie by request right now on your 70 station. Play it nice and loud. Sounds fantastic.
Let me tell you now, all that's on my mind. You stole my heart away, only you, the only one that stole my heart away.
Oh, yes, there is always a better song right here on Music Radio, Totally 70s, America's #1. Uncle Stinky is in the house, gang, so please, if you've got one of those clothespins handy, now would be a good time to at least pinch one nostril, perhaps two, but hey, keep your earphones nice and loud and stick around for some great music.
Something I can put my finger on.
Music Radio, totally 70s. Well, Steve Allen, I got one thing to say. If I had a dime for every time I played this song in my Camaro back in the day, I'd probably be the richest man on the planet right now. It's Ooh La La La, Let's Go Dancing. It's Kool and the Gang as we continue with a long set of your favorite songs back to back right here on America's #1. You've got totally 70s. Music Radio, totally 70s, gets on the best variety of your favorite songs all in a row and non-stop commercial-free song sets. There's always a better song here on Totally 70s. It's 11:43 and DJ Retro's got the night off. Yes, he does. And Gregory Abbott is here to play on 70s.
Girl, I've been watching you.
Music Radio, totally 70s. Well, Nick, I think it's just about everybody's kind of music. It's 11:47, cloudy for the overnight, lows around 65. Tomorrow, cloudy, a high near 76, and tomorrow night, cloudy skies, a low near 62. Cloudy skies and 71 in New York at totally 70s. Music Radio, totally 70s. If there ever was a power ballad in 1985, that one won hands down with Foreigner, and I Want to Know What Love Is. It's 1 minute away from midnight, and, well, Mimic, you know, I just actually got a text from somebody about an hour ago asking me when I was going to return to the rink and start playing songs again. I told him in a couple of weeks. So if you're still an avid skater up at Skate Time 209, stick around because the return of Mr. 70s is just around the corner. Going to send this one out your way. Music from Huey Lewis and the News. And the heart of rock and roll from the heart of the High Rent District here at Totally 70s.
New York is everything they say, and no place that I'd rather be.
Music Radio, totally 70s, America's #1 choice. Well, Steve, we better make it a good one then, right? That's music from Huey Lewis and the News here on Totally 70s. I got to say hi once again to everybody hanging out in chat tonight. Matter of fact, Olympus Mons just came in out of Detroit. Derry, welcome aboard. Also, Austin Folk, glad you're enjoying your 3 sons. And, of course, they're now tucked away, so you get quiet time for once, or for a little while anyway. Carter fan, welcome aboard. Craig Tube and DJ Nick Tangway. D. Scott, hello to you. Fiddlehead, welcome aboard. JP Rosa and Mark, and Mimic is back there too. And Nightlife, and Patrick out there in sunny California, IA, hello to you. And Cincinnati Frankie, and Civies and CTW, drinking from a can. Hamhoff, Marauder, and down there on the bottom, Steve Allen says one more song, and he's out of there. And as I just mentioned, I better make it a good one, right?
Surfing the internet.
Oh, yes, the internet is the place to be around the world. We've got the best music on the best station. You've got it on Totally 70s.
More music. Totally 70s. New York. Any way you want it. It's the way you need it. Any way you want it.
Music Radio, Totally 70s, America's #1. Okay, Steve Allen, you are officially dismissed from the Totally 70s radio network. Go get some sleep, all right? It's 7 minutes after midnight, where the music always sounds best. We tell you time and time again, you can listen to the same song on any other radio station, and it just sounds a heck of a whole lot better here on Totally 70s. So turn it up nice and loud, share it with the neighborhood, and thanks for joining us on this early Wednesday morning, 7 minutes after midnight, here on the Totally 70s radio network. Here's Van Halen. Music Radio, Totally 70s, gets on the best variety of your favorite songs. The LP was entitled Freedom at Point Zero. Back in 1979, it was actually when Mickey Thomas joined the band and became the lead singer. And the song is Jane right here on Totally 70s. I believe that was right around the time that Marty Ballin made his exit and Mickey Thomas became the lead singer for Jefferson Starship. It's 18 minutes after midnight here on 70s. You know, Nick, you're right about the song being a big Wacky 102 staple back in the time. And amongst those reels that we're going through, there's a lot of old Wacky 102 FM stuff. I was glad to share some of it with you because you really weren't around for it. But you know what? Thank goodness for audio tape, because we captured some really good air checks and some good moments for radio station Wacky 102 before it became Rock 102 in the summertime of 1981. At least you get an idea of what it sounded like. Well, to be there would have been a better experience, but at least you got an idea what it did sound like. It's 18 minutes after midnight here on 70s, and I believe I have this song by request. And if it hadn't been for a DJ Plasma, I probably would have forgotten all about it. It's music right now from Nick Kershaw by request, and it's on your 70s station. Music Radio, totally 70s, America's number one for fun, but you knew that, right?
Music Radio.
That's Nick Kershaw, and wouldn't it be good? Wouldn't it be good if other terrestrial radio stations would climb on board and actually play a song that good? But we can't have everything. It's 12:23 here at Totally 70s, and Cincinnati Frankie. Not only do I have that Manhattan song, I believe I have it on vinyl. We'll have it coming up in just a little bit here on 70s. Don't you dare go anywhere.
Music Radio. Totally 70s.
Music Radio, totally 70s, America's number one. JP, that is exactly why we are here. It's not radio the way it used to be. It is actually radio the way it's supposed to be. It's 12:28. It's Wednesday morning. DJ Retro's got the night off. Mr. 70s for about another 30 minutes or so. And goodness gracious, see that, Cincinnati Frankie? Good things do come to those who wait, because over here on turntable number 2, just for you and the crew, it's music from the Manhattans. Here's Shining Star in stereo on Totally 70s.
Honey, you are my shining star. Don't you go away. Don't you go away.
Music Radio, totally 70s, America's number one choice. Patrick out there in California, you tell me what's your favorite radio station. Here's the Beatles inside our long set on 70s. Music Radio, totally 70s is America's number one choice for better music on the World Wide Web. Well, somebody made a request for some Heart before. I don't know if this is the one, but right now it's Ann and Nancy's turn to sing.
Cold late nights so long ago when I was not so strong, you know.
Music Radio, totally 70s. I think I was in the 7th grade.
The best music. Totally.
When that song came out, and I fell in love with it the very first time I heard it. In fact, I think one of my classmates came in with a really small portable radio at the time with, it was either an 8-track or a 4-track. I forget what it was, but I know it was some sort of a tape and it wasn't a cassette, so probably an 8-track. Playing this song, and I said to myself, I've got to go out and get that. I remember going out and buying the 8-track of Dreamboat Annie. There it is, Ann and Nancy Wilson and Heart here on Totally 70s. Now, wait a minute. Let me look at the chat here. Oh, it's Tuesday, and I have to play some Madonna. I can do that. Matter of fact, I can do that real soon here on Totally 70s. Not right this very second because, well, you know, I've got, what do I got here? Oh, I know what I've got. Hey, Dave, Nightlife, I'm going to play a file next, okay? Stand by.
The 70s sound, we're totally 70s. With the best music commercial free.
Music Radio, totally 70s, America's number one choice. Carly Simon, singer, songwriter, haven't got time for the pain, and who the hell would want to, right? It's 15 before 1 a.m. here on Totally 70s, and, well, I promise you guys and gals we were going to get on a Madonna song before my portion of the broadcast is over, and there's a lot of guesses going on in the chat room here, and I've got a lot of Madonna 45s. And, you know, I'm thinking to myself, okay, what would be a great song to kind of transition from a fairly soft rock song of Carly Simon and into a somewhat upbeat song of Madonna's? So there's no prizes to be given away. Wait, what are you saying? So here we go. And not half bad sounding for an old scratchy 45. Madonna's Borderline is on the Totally 70s radio network, and we are still America's number one choice. There it is, fully remastered and remodeled. Jeff Lynne, the Electric Light Orchestra, and Sweet Talking Woman here on Totally 70s. Well, that's going to wrap it up for me. It's 5 minutes before 1 o'clock. I got to get on out of here. Big day tomorrow, believe it or not, the ice cream business. Despite the fact that the kids are back in school, it has actually picked up. It has not slowed down. That's a good thing. The money's still coming in, which means I can take more time off in the wintertime. Gang, thank you so much for the pleasure of your company. And don't forget, tomorrow night, we rock the house with Wednesday Night Rocks here on Totally 70s. Join Jim Long around 8 o'clock Eastern Time for the best in rock, heavy metal, glam, classic rock, all of the above. It's all here on Wednesday Night Rocks here on Totally 70s. We'll catch you again real soon.